Hello, everybody. Mass Effect Andromeda is out in 6 days. Can you believe it? So soon. And I'm really excited, which is a big step forward from where I was in December, where they hadn't shown anything, and we were all like, "Is this game going to be bad? Are they hiding a ton of stuff here?" And then it came to this month, and they've just like launched the floodgates open, like not opened the floodgates. They put a rocket on the gates to the floodgates and just blew it open because there's so much stuff coming out, and I've had to stop watching the videos they're putting out because it's getting into spoiler territory. I'm like, no, you guys back it off a bit. There's like even videos of the first mission. It's like, come on, no, I want to experience that for myself. I ain't gonna watch that online. That said, between you and me, right, just a little personal time with Zen here. There's no freaking way I'm gonna get through all 3 games in 4 days, essentially. So the streams, just I have to cancel the streams. There's just nothing that I can do to get 4 days. Well, I probably, if I really no lifed it, I probably could get through all through Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 streaming it, but I probably would lose my voice. So the thing here is, last Friday, I was supposed to stream the entire, well, most of the first game, and that was going to be my plan, and that was going to be how I jump started into this last week and got the other 2 games done, and I would have been able to do that. Like, honestly, I actually would have been able to, and I had a plan and I had it timed out and everything. But Friday morning, I woke up, and there was a huge storm that came through this area, and a lot of people lost power and stuff. Essentially, there was a power line issue at the end of the street, which I say end of the street, it was like a mile down. But what happened is we didn't get power back until like midday, and then it was intermittent at best. So it was really kind of annoying because I had to scrub that stream. That said, we got to Saturday and Sunday, and again, I couldn't stream because I was going to be busy. I already knew I was going to be busy that weekend. I didn't know I was going to be busy this upcoming weekend. So I'm also busy this Saturday and Sunday. So essentially, I have 4 days to stream. It's not going to be able to happen. So instead, when it rolls around to Monday of this next week, when I will have access to Mass Effect, I'm just going to put up like an hour-long video on that day. It may be a later upload than usual because I'll be playing it for myself for that part, and then I'll go back and I will record it. So that way, just like I did with Dragon Age, I know what's coming up. So actually I'm not, getting lost in the environment. But we will do an hour-long episode on Monday and probably on Tuesday, and then you'll get a few more episodes that week just because Mass Effect hype is real for me. But yeah, there's no way I can get through that stream. Like, just being honest, I have another job that I'm working on it involves testing games, and I can't talk about it, but there's a couple days this week that I have to be doing that, and honestly, it's gonna take away all my time. So with that, no Mass Effect streams this week. But that's not to say, because I'm going to be on the Mass Effect hype train for quite some time. So I may end up doing multiplayer streams once I finish the game, and I may end up actually streaming all 3 of the original games over the course of April. So we'll see how that ends up going. Don't hold me to that. I don't know how April's going to end up panning out. I'm going to be fairly busy at the beginning of it. But I'm excited for Mass Effect, and you should be too. In fact, there is new information that came out this week, and this is relevant information if you're playing on PC, that you will be able to, if you have a 1080 Ti graphics card, which most of us don't, but let's assume that you do, you're able to play the game at 4K on ultra settings with 60 frames per second plus. That's actually really, really impressive, and that is a really good indication that the game is not going to run poorly on PC. In fact, when asked on Twitter, one of the devs said, like, this is not a PC port. This is made on PC because it's made in the Frostbite Engine, which actually makes a lot of sense. We know that from the past. This is a factual thing from Battlefront, from Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefield 1. Like, those are 2 recent examples of the Frostbite Engine being well optimized, running well, and looking really, really good in the process. So we know that this game is going to run well and look good. It was in question over the past month or so when some of the videos that were coming out were a little choppy and the facial animations were kind of gross, but they've since apparently fixed that. So now we're looking forward to a really good launch for this game that should run really well. And you could say, oh, well, obviously a 1080 Ti is going to run it at 4K settings at 60 frames per second. Well, not, I mean, that's not necessarily a given because while it may be the newest card that literally just released, relative performance wise, it's a step up from what I'm using, which is a 980 Ti, but it's not a massive step up. It's not like they're gaining 100 frames per second on me. So it's to be able to run the game at 60 frames per second on 4K is a big deal. And the fact that that card can do it natively speaks to the performance of the engine more than it does the performance of the card. So if you have a 7 series card or maybe even lower, you're going to have to lower the graphics settings, but you should be able to obtainably reach 60 frames per second. So this is good news for everyone on PC who was looking forward to playing Mass Effect but wasn't really sure if it's going to run on their PC. They released the minimum specs and everything, and I think the 7 series card was a minimum spec there. So I should be fine with my 980 Ti, which if you have that series of card with me, you're not going to get a 10 series card anyways. You're going to wait until the next generation. That's just a smart thing to do. But yeah, I'm excited because now I'm more hyped for the game because I know it's going to run well, which is way cool. So with that being said, we shall see you guys next time.